Hello, good people. My name is Dr. Rose M. I'm a guidance and counseling consultant. Thank you for choosing to watch the Save Happy Life channel, where matters counseling, psychology, and teen parenting are discussed. Your support is amazing. Keep subscribing, keep sharing, keep liking, keep spreading the word. In the previous video, we looked at people who are grieving after they have been left by a loved one through suicide. And we looked at the physical and psychosomatic effects on those people, on those mourners, on those people who are grieving, the social effects, the emotional effects, the psychological effects of being believed by suicide. As promised, today we look at tips on how to help those people who are grieving after a loved one has passed on by suicide. And we agreed that suicide is quite common in the society, because every so often we hear of somebody who has committed suicide. And like I said, you are aware of a person, maybe a relative, a close friend, a neighbor, or just a village mate who has passed on by suicide. And how do we console, how do we grieve with those people who have lost a loved one through suicide? I have listed a few tips. I will go through all of them, one after the other. Please stay with me to the end. Number one, we said that one of the effects that these people suffer from is stigma, because people do not want to be associated with a person who has lost their life through suicide. So it is our responsibility, those of us who have been left behind, to decrease stigma in the family or in the people who are believed by through suicide. How do we decrease stigma? Is by talking about suicide as a mental health issue, not a problem that was with the particular person who has passed on, but rather we talk about it broadly as a mental health issue that needs attention by the public health, by the Ministry of Health, and by other health actors. Talking about it has two-pronged effects, or two-way effect. Number one, it decreases stigma because it is something that is discussed, talked about, and it also prevents those who have suicidal ideations from carrying out their intentions. Number two, community support is necessary for the bereaved. If you are the person who has lost somebody through suicide, please seek counseling for counseling help. Number three, if you get suicidal thoughts, because we said one of the effects is that once somebody has lost a person through suicide, they want to do the same, or they feel they need to do the same so that they can ease their suffering. So if you get such suicidal thoughts, or if you're taking care of somebody who has been believed through suicide and they're having suicidal ideations, seek help. Please speak about it. Speak about your intentions or about your thoughts so that you can get help. Number four, do not cover yourself in a cloud of guilt by shouldering the role of a contributor to the death of your beloved one. Accept that some things are beyond your control, and hence this is one, and therefore this is one of them. And hence there is little you can do. The person has gone. It is for us now. It is for you who has been left behind to pick up the pieces and move on. Do not stay in that cocoon of I'm feeling guilty, you shouldering the blame, you should have done something. No, you must get out. You must try to get out so that that guilt does not become a mental health issue for you, maybe develop into depression or something like that. Number 5, If you can, reach out to support groups, either physically or on the internet. You can also keep a journal, meaning you write down the things that you go through every other day. Number 6, if you are a friend to a person who is believed by suicide, stay close to them. This reduces stigma because they feel there's somebody who wants to associate with them. It is also not in the interest of the believed to hear words like "it shall be well." It is not well already, because they are feeling the loss, they are feeling the pain, or telling them that their family member, their friend is in a better place. It doesn't resonate with the loss that they have gone through. Make them feel that you acknowledge their grief, and do not ask them questions. They already have a million questions dashing through left, right, and center in their brain. So do not overload the brain once more with questions such as what happened. I'll just allow them space and be comfortable with them. Just be there, be close to them, but not asking very many questions, or asking questions, what happened, what do you think, why did he do this, why did she do this? No, that is not necessary. And also, if you're having a friend who is believed, or a family member who is believed by suicide, do not tell similar stories about what you went through. This is their journey. It is not our journey. It is not your journey with them. It is their pain, it is their grief, and it should be seen as such. Giving examples or telling stories about similar incidences that have happened does not console them, because they want to feel, they want to look at this as their grief, and they want to go through the pain, not the pain of somebody else, not the pain of you when you went through a similar situation, but their own pain. Number 7, acknowledge that the believed may want to think of other reasons of being the cause of the death of the beloved one. This may be something like maybe the person was depressed, and finally they took their life via suicide. They may want, or those left behind may want to think about the cause of death as depression, and not that action of suicide. Number 8, people promise that we shall be with you. We are not going to let this family walk alone. But immediately after the funeral, they all vanish. So as a friend, keep close to somebody who has lost a friend or a family member via suicide. Sometimes all they may need is a phone call from you, and they feel that you are still with them. Number 9, help should be extended to all. The siblings of the one who has passed on, the parents, the sons and the daughters, if they were a parent, the spouse who has been left behind, and everybody else who is within that close family. Because many times we focus, or people focus, or mourners focus on the parents, on the spouse, and they forget the children, or they focus on the parents and they forget the spouse, or they focus on the spouse and they forget about the parents and the siblings. Help should be all inclusive of all the family members who are believed. Number 10, expect ups and downs in the healing process. A mooing cow may trigger the loss of the owner. Maybe that was his cow, and he has died, and now the cow is mooing, and that brings to mind things like, this cow, does it know that the owner has gone away? Does it know that the owner is no longer with us? Is it missing the owner? All these things. So it brings a downside in the recovery process. In this case, help the person to live in the now and get back to a normal routine as much as humanly possible. Remind them to eat all their meals. If you are believed by suicide, please eat. all your meals because your body needs the energy to go through what you're going through, or to help you give you energy. You need food. And the number 11 and the last one that we shall look at today is, interestingly, suicide of a stranger can affect you. Did you know that? You may see a body hanging from a tree. That might disturb you forever. You may see somebody foaming in the mouth because they have taken some poison. That may disturb you. So, suicide of a stranger can affect a person. It can trigger emotions, thoughts, questions, and may have a negative loading on your health or on your physical and mental health. So, if you encounter such a scenario, please seek help. Listen to yourself, listen to your emotions, listen to your feelings, so that you'll be able to realize when this issue is happening to you or is affecting the way you normally operate in life. This is suicide of a stranger. Sometimes it is good if you're not strong enough and some people are going to see somebody who is possibly hanging from a rooftop or somewhere in the forest. If you're not strong enough, don't go, because those thoughts, that sight can create thoughts that may disturb you physically or emotionally, and maybe even your physical health. Keep sharing, keep watching. We shall keep looking at the comments that you put below, and also on Facebook and other areas, on WhatsApp and all of them. And as we move on, we shall keep generating topics that are relevant to the comments that my viewers have, and so that we satisfy their need for this psychological support that we give on this channel. God bless you all. Thank you very much.